A big thank you to Jero for sponsoring today's video on Patreon. Queen Marchesa versus Archelos Lagoon Mystic. And that's no lands, so we obviously mulligan that one. Into 3 lands. Unexpectedly absent goes there, I think. And we are on the play, so we do not draw a card. We'll just get down. Do we want a Vampiric Tutor? I don't think so. Let's just wait on the Vampiric Tutor. You never know, we might need to get a land with that. Might even be tempted to go in for some fast mana. See what our opponent does first. Yep, they get into some fast mana, so might have to follow suit with that. Getting into the Arcane Signet. So in that case, let's go for that ourselves. And we can get down the Lightning Greaves. Oh, okay. Apparently I just misclicked there. I have no idea what I just tutored for. Oh, okay. Well, we can make use of that at least. Right, how strange. I didn't actually click the mouse there, so there must have been some kind of bug with Magic Online. At least we're still online for Queen Marchesa on turn 4. And now they've got all of their colours. So we could be going in for our commander next turn, but unfortunately not. Suppose we can always go for the throw on their commander. But then they're only 1 land away from getting it out again. Thanks to the Sol Ring. Oh, and they're going for Arixmethes Slumbering Isle anyway. That is Ob Nixilis Reignited for us. Really wishing that we'd gotten into the fast mana. I don't think we care about Lightning Greaves. I think I'd rather hold up and go for the throw. Yeah, I think they're going to get in their commander next turn, so we'll go for the throw on their turn. Okay, there's a Karn liberated, so yeah, that's probably us done. They go for the plus on that. We'll get rid of the Greaves. Into Bojuka Bog. We'll exile the Bojuka Bog, I imagine, to the Karn, assuming that they plus that. They might just get rid of our commander instead. But we'll go for that. Become the Monarch. And then go through to combat. Just swinging at Karn. But like I said, we're probably done here already. Get into another land to make next turn at least. Alright, well, they're leaving us with our Queen Marchesa. We'll get rid of Bojuka Bog. And now going in for their commander. And Explosive Vegetation will bring these lands in untapped. And they get themselves into some blue mana, which might be telling. Murderous Compulsion. Destroy a target tapped creature. So getting rid of our commander. Okay, Liliana of the Veil. We might be able to get them to tick down Karn. Yeah, let's go. I think we go for the throw onto their commander, play a land, go for Liliana. Although we'll have to discard the Ob Nixilis then, won't we? Yeah, let's just go for Liliana. And we will minus, get them to sacrifice a creature. And then we play our land. And hold up, go for the throw, I think. We'll have to make sure to crack that before their commander comes back into play, if that's what we want to do. And alright, drawing into Elspeth Sun's Champion. Some kind of spot removal for Karn would be very welcome. I think we have to get rid of... Ob Nixilis just draws us more cards. Plus we can actually cast it. I think we have to get rid of Elspeth here, unfortunately. If they decide to restart the game with Karn, which they can do next turn, then they'll get an Elspeth into play. Now a Sorin Markov. Are they going to reduce our life total to 10 with that? Yeah, they've actually got us here, haven't they? Yeah, so that's good. Oh, actually we've got go for the throw on them, haven't we? We'll let them reduce our life total down to 10. And then go for Arixmethes. Well, this has been a very good showing from our opponent. Yeah, they go for that, so let's go for the... we'll probably get a shock land in, shocked here. Just because we're going to lose life anyway. So let's get in the shock land, take 2. And then in response we'll go for the throw on Arixmethes. Just a case of treading water to see how long we can last here. But looks like they might have counter magic anyway. Nope, they're just floating the mana. This is still during the main phase, so I should have waited until combat to do that, because they can make use of the mana here. Beneath the Sands, search for a basic, put it into play tapped. Well, if we get into a land here, we can hit the Khan and take it off of the limit break at least. And we do. That's an Ancient Tomb. We've been reduced down to 10 though. So let's drop the Ancient Tomb. Let's go for the Queen Marchesa. And then we'll go through to combat onto the Khan. I think we're keeping it off the limit break here, aren't we? Yeah. And then we draw a card, get into Elspeth Knight Errant, which is a buff on our commander, which will help us knock down the Khan even further. They drain the Liliana for 2 with the Sorin Markov. Then we're exiling a card from hand. I think it has to be Obnixilis at this point because, I mean, we're going to lose either of these to Khan anyway. Now I imagine we see the commander again here. No, it is Azusa, Lost But Seeking, so that gets a blocker in the way. Luckily we've got flying on Elspeth anyway. So getting in there, commander. And we draw into another land. Let's drop that straight away. I don't see what we can hold up here. I mean, we'll hold up all the colours we can. And the Ancient Tomb. We'll only tap that if we need to. Let's go white, white, black there. And black there. Then we've got red, white, black. I'm just thinking of like Anguished Unmaking, something like that to get rid of the Khan, but like I've said 100 times, we're just treading water here. Go +3/+3 and flying onto the Queen Marchesa. And throw ourselves into the Khan. And then draw into something, Path to Exile. Okay. A Manascape Refractor enters tapped, and it is going to enter tapped here because we're going to get rid of their commander. Has all activated abilities of all lands on the battlefield, which isn't anything too relevant really. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any colour to pay the activation costs of the abilities on this thing. Alright, so let's just go for the Path to Exile onto their commander. They've got no cards in hand, by the way. Then they exile the Elspeth, so forcing them to tick down with the Khan. Don't think they've activated Sorin yet. Yeah, they go for draining us. And hitting us with Azusa, which will take the monarchy away from us. They will draw a card at the end of the turn. So that means we get an assassin. Don't often get the assassin tokens in this deck. Don't know if I've ever seen one, actually. Alright, Liliana Dreadhorde General. We can play without going for the Ancient Tomb. Yeah, let's swing in the Assassin at our opponent to take the monarchy. And then that can go in at Khan. So we take the monarchy and we will go at Liliana and continue to encourage them to tick down the Khan. Plus on Liliana for a zombie. And then we draw into Verdant Catacombs. I think we've held our own quite nicely here, considering I misclicked, and then it's been a very good game from the Sultai player. I don't think the fast mana would have helped us here anyway, to be honest. They drain the... they drain the zombie with Sorin Markov. That is at limit break range now. And that draws us into Disenchant. Then forcing us to exile a card from hand. I think I'll hold on to the Disenchant, to be honest, because I don't know what they're playing yet. Tapping down a bunch of mana, getting down their commander again. Followed by Star Compass, one card left in hand. And then it is a Giant Oyster. You may choose not to untap it during your untap step for as long as it remains tapped. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. And at the beginning of each of your draw steps, put a minus counter on that creature. When it leaves the battlefield, remove all the minus counters from the creature. Luckily, it doesn't have haste or anything. Azusa coming in towards us to take the monarchy away from us, which means we get to make an assassin token. And that is Enlightened Tutor. We could draw a card with Liliana. Yeah, let's go for Enlightened Tutor before we draw any cards. Don't think we've got life gain in this deck really, because it's It relies more on not getting hit as much. Oh, there's a batter skull. We've got to play and equip it is the only thing. Yeah, and it doesn't have haste either, does it? We don't have 10 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Maybe just the Jitte then. Yeah, let's go for the Jitte. And we will attack. We want to keep them off the limit break for Sorin, so let's go Sorin. Yeah, they're going to keep the monarchy, unfortunately. But we'll just have to send all of the things in at Sorin. And they let Sorin get hit, so let's go for sacrificing some creatures. We'll get rid of our assassins. Our opponent should have us here, because they just have to swing in with Archelos and drain us for 2. Alright, but getting rid of their commander. See what cards we draw into. We know one of them is the Jitte. We've got Dismember as well. So let's just throw down the Jitte. And then hardcast Dismember. Yeah, hopefully that'll be alright. Giant Oyster going on to the Queen Marchesa. We're still going to get assassins that we can swing in with the Jitte. They go to exile the Liliana. Then drain us for 2 with Sorin Markov. And they've got 1 card left in hand. Maybe we just Dismember onto this thing. For as long as it remains tapped, target creature doesn't untap. So, yeah, I think we want to untap our commander here, so let's go for Dismember. And then they will draw a card from the Monarchy, so going up to 2. We make an assassin during our turn. And then it's Toxic Deluge, alright. That is a pretty dead card at this point. I think we go Jitte onto the assassin. Then let's go in for attacks onto Sorin to finally get rid of that. Which puts some counters on the Jitte so we can gain some life. Now then, are we going to want to swing in with that assassin next turn as well? I think we are. So we'll just continue to hold up the disenchant. We need to hit our opponent and get that monarchy off of them. But we obviously needed to prioritise gaining life here. Ooh, Field of the Dead. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and exactly 7. So they're going to start making zombies with every land now. And an Overmauled Hydra will give them another zombie. They got themselves a Cabal Coffers. There's no Urborg in play, but they do have 1, 2, 4 swamps. Ups their Hydra to an 11/11. Then getting rid of the Umezawa's Jitte with the Khan Liberated. We will gain some life before that goes down. Now then, do we have any chance of getting rid of Khan? Probably not. We'd have to tap out anyway. And yeah, they just chump an assassin, chump Queen Marchesa. And then we hit Khan for 1. Gotten into a lot of removal this game, but haven't gotten into anything that we can get rid of a Planeswalker with. Okay, Inquisition of Kozilek, might as well go for that. It is Obnixilis Reignited, they've got one of their own. So yeah, we're just holding back assassins, aren't we really? Let's go Disenchant on that thing, because that is a Cabal Coffers now. And then unfortunately can't do anything to the Khan Liberated. They play a Swamp from hand to make the Cabal Coffers better, obviously triggers the field as well. And then swinging in everything at us, we will block a zombie. We'll block that with an assassin token, and maybe we can just take 2. We'll try and keep as many creatures in play as possible here. So going down to 4, taking down the Overmauled Hydra at least. In fact, what we could have done there was block the Overmauled Hydra, recast our commander, and got the monarchy back. Yeah, they went and plussed on the Obnixilis there. Yeah, maybe we should have traded them, the Queen Marchesa. Anyway, getting rid of Toxic Deluge is fine with the Khan. That jumps up all the way to 6 again. And then they draw a card. We make an assassin. Alright, Fiery Confluence. Can we do damage to creatures? No, it is opponents. Yeah, so that is pretty much... that's pretty much 2 damage to each creature and destroy an artifact. So let's go in at our opponent directly here with 2 creatures. And then the Khan can have 1 as well. And then if they've got counter magic for the Fiery Confluence, then they've got us because they'll be able to swing in with the zombies. So let's cast the Fiery Confluence. That is 1 damage to each creature twice, and we will destroy an artifact. Let's just get rid of Sol Ring. So clearing the board successfully there, and we will draw a card. And they're doing something in response here. That is Zareth, Sand the Trickster, flash. When it deals combat damage to a player, they lose the game because that is 4 power. I mean, you never know, we might draw into some removal here. Yeah, we do. Let's do that during their upkeep. I mean, not that it matters. If they've got counter magic for it, then we lose anyway. Let's go terminate on that thing because we have to. Doing that on the upkeep before they draw into a counter spell. Alright, and we managed to survive another turn. Turn 12, and we've been on the back foot since, what, turn 2, 3? Oh wow, now they've got Gaia's Cradle as well with the Field of the Dead. Farseek will trigger the field as well. Plus him with the Obnixilis, and I don't even know what the limit is on this. -8, target opponent gets an emblem with whenever a player draws a card, you lose 2 life. Then it is Skyclave Relic. I think they kicked that. Yeah, they did get in a couple of copies of that. And we get another turn, seemingly. Watch us draw into a land here, though. No duress. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not exactly what we want. Okay, return a tap creature to its owner's hand. That might have been relevant, so we'll get rid of that. Yeah, our opponent's got us here. All they have to do is minus down with either Khan or Obnixilis, get rid of the Queen Marchesa and swing in with the zombie tokens. And it's just an intangible virtue for us, so held on for as long as we could. I would love to know if we could actually have done anything that game if it wasn't for the Khan Liberated. I bet we could have done a lot better during that game. Alright, they're plussing on the Obnixilis for some reason. No, I suppose they don't know what card's in our hand, do they? Exile the Queen Marchesa. She can go back into the command zone. And if our opponent continues to play around, I'll just have to scoop it. Okay, going for Liliana. Alright, now going through to attack, so that should be us done. Shall I just tap mana to put the Fear of God in them? Let's pretend that we've got something. Even tapping down the Ancient Tomb. And then we take the hit. So yeah, that was a strange game, wasn't it? Yeah, like I said, I don't know if we could have done any better if it wasn't for the Khan, but I think that stands to just how good this deck is and how resilient it is. The fact that we were on the back foot the entire game with Queen Marchesa and managed to survive until turn 13, doing quite well for ourselves. Yeah, I think that was pretty damn good. Be sure to let me know what you all thought of this fun game in the comments section. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you for watching.